It's a proud moment for me and my family, and for all the staff who've been working with me, that we've been entrusted with that role, and we very much feel the same as coaching staff. This is not Rob Gale's team, this is the Portland Thorns, and we know here at Providence Park we have the best fans across the continent, probably in the world, in women's football, I would say. So to be entrusted with that and to be able to work and continue working with this group of players in this environment every day, it's a privilege that we don't take lightly. And we look forward to continuing and hopefully bringing many more good times.
How do you view the role as being the head coach of the Portland Thorns?
Yeah, it's a club with such great history, a winning history, a culture of success. And I think over, the last few months, just building that relationship with the fans that we have, they've been so good to me from that very first game against Houston, and building that rapport. And for me, it's about reconnecting that. I think, recent history, we've lost a bit of touch and maybe some instability, and now with the new ownership and the new vision and the forward thinking, the desire to be a premier destination and a global sports brand, it's a huge opportunity for all of us, one that we should embrace and relish, take pride in, and thrive under that pressure, because that's what it's about, and that's part of being a Portland Thorn.
Kind of going off of that, then, what are some of your core values you have for the team moving forward?
I think for me, and I've said this, from day one, it's number one, respect for everybody in the building, respect for the organisation, respect for the brand, respect for our city, our community, the fans who pay their hard-earned money and really are the lifeblood of the club, respect for the game and our role within it, and realise how lucky we are to come and do this every single day, and just respect for each other, so that we have to be like a family. That for me is what football is all about. We're one of the last great people industries. Machines will never be able to do what these players can do. So we have to look after each other when times aren't so good, help each other out, respect each other, work together. And then I think it's also about authenticity. For me as the head coach, I have to let each player bring their authentic selves every single day, so that they can thrive and feel comfortable in an environment that's enjoyable and challenging. But if they can come to work and feel like they can be themselves, and I can bring the best out of them and the rest of the staff, then we've got a great chance to do something great together.
With a mixture of all of that, respect for everything and authenticity, what are some standards that you have for the team? And it could be on the pitch and it could be off, but what are standards for the second half of the season and in future seasons that you have for the team? Yeah,
I think, look, we have to realise it is a job, and that professionalism every day. We have to come to work ready to do our best for the badge. It's always about the crest on the front, not the name on the back. And we're just one small part of what's going to be a long and successful history, and has been a successful history. So just that day-to-day professionalism standards, making sure we're trying to live above that line 8 out of 10 every day. And if we drop below that standard, how do we help each other out? How do we bring each other, to raise the bar across the board for not just the Portland Thorns, but the NWSL, women's football in general. It's such a great stage in its history, and we need to be at the forefront of that and drive standards going forward. So it's a day-to-day pride in everything we do, respect, integrity, and then the dedication, and then, as you know from me, energy, enthusiasm, enjoyment, that as well. If we're not enjoying it, then what are we doing? We really need to go out and make the most of every day and not waste a day, because that's how I like to live life.
Yeah, that's so funny you say that, because one of my questions is, everyone, I think fans, community know that you're a fairly energetic person with a lot of personality. How does that help you lead this team in a very high role?
I think, it's about the day-to-day environment that you create. And if it's challenging and, like we said, about the respect and the standards, and a place that you want to come to work to every day, but you can grow and be your authentic self, then the energy, the enthusiasm around that can set the tone for that environment. Like if I'm feeling sorry for myself or things haven't gone well, it's easy to get down in the difficult times or too high in the other times. I want that day-to-day environment to be the same, to challenge the players and the staff, so that we can challenge each other to be the best and make the best Portland Thorns we can. So hopefully I set that standard, as the leader and the people will look at to do that, and then everybody else can follow off of that. But yeah, again, if you're not enjoying it, then we should be doing something else. So I hope that is portrayed in everything I do. And even when we go through some tough times and results aren't there, you've still got to realize that, with hard work and discipline and collective effort, we'll get back to where we want to be.
How important has the staff around you been throughout the process?
Yeah, look, it's absolutely vital. I don't think anybody who's in the game or in any business or any walk of life would say you can do it all alone. You're as good as the people around you, and in Vitas and Sarah and Jordan and Mike Smith, Mike Norris, all of the technical crew, Lee Merrick, now Jonas, who's just joined us. We've got a great crew, and we genuinely get on with each other. We enjoy each other's company. When we're not in each other's company, we're constantly contacting each other, and it makes coming to work a pleasure every day. And hopefully the players feed off that and they can see that connection, because it's so important. Like I said, we are a family. We need to be a family on and off the field, and that connection needs to extend into the stands and every stakeholder in the football club, because when we're all rowing in the same direction together, then we can do great things. So hopefully the fans feel that, they see the connectivity, they see the enjoyment, they've embraced us. I want that to be every game, whether we're 2-0 down with 5 minutes to go, they need to still believe that we can pull out a result and drag us forward and push the players on to success. Or when we're 3 or 4-0 up and providing the fans with the one step beyond and the energy in the building, that's what a good football club does. We're all together, all one, as a family, and the staff are a huge part of that. And like I say, this isn't any success we've had so far is not because of Rob Gale. It's a collective effort from top to bottom.
Yeah. So what now, kind of like, how do things change for you with the title changing from interim to like permanent head coach? Are you gonna run to the capo stand again?
I'll still be me. There's no doubt about that. I think that's I talk about authenticity, and anybody who knows me, I'm not going to change if it's dealing with the family and the ownership or the players or the fans. I think everybody is a part of this, and I try to be the same with everybody, and that they know that I'm going to be the same, so they should treat me that way as well. And I think obviously now we're moving forward. It provides some stability to the club, and the continuity of the coaching staff and people like Vitas committing through the term with me, I think is huge. And now we can really try and push forward in terms of our identity, and the brand is obviously developing into a big global brand, and that's a clear vision with the Buffalo family. Our job is to match that on the football side and push the envelope, push the standards, so that we can be leaders and create success over a number of years by design and not by chance, and make sure that there's a consistency to that success.
That's awesome. Some fun questions, just because I know the community already loves who you are as a person and loves watching the team dynamic when you've kind of been at the helm of it all. But people on social media have loved your suit game.
Excellent. Thank you.
It's just like left no crumbs, as the kids say.
Excellent.
What's the idea? Like, you don't have to wear a suit on a game day, so where's the suit come? Like, where's the idea of the suit come on game days? Do you have a favorite suit? Is it something you'd like to do? Is it, is that your thing?
I think for me, look, this is like such an iconic sporting brand, such a global brand, a leader in football in North America over, since its inception, and what's been created here. And then as the head of that, I take that seriously, and I think people want us to look down on the sidelines and say, okay, there's our guy. Look, he looks professional. He's a professional coach. I've been in the game, more years than I want to say on camera. And it's something I grew up with. When I was playing, we'd turn up in a suit and a blazer. I mean, look, I was in school in England, so we'd wear a uniform every day, and trousers, shirt, ties. It's nothing new to me. I'm comfortable in that. Have I got a favourite suit? I'm trying to tie up with Indochino here locally. They did this one. It's very smart, so they look after me and custom measure it. But the maroon one's pretty cool. I haven't burst out into me full Ken pink one yet, so we might save that for the championship. But or me Dumb and Dumber blue tux. But I've got a good amount. Exactly. I've got a good amount of suits, and I like to vary up. Yeah, I come to work in a suit every day anyway, so people will see that now. Nothing on.
Last thing is, one, do you have I guess two-parter. One, do you have a favorite Riveters chant? And then what is one thing permanent head coach Rob Gale you want to say to the Riveters that will be here come Sunday, come future like regular season games? What do you want to tell them as our new permanent head coach?
Yeah, I love it when my favourite thing is when they just walk across the sound. I've never seen that anywhere else. Like, in England or anywhere else, if you're standing up, people are telling you to sit down. But the fact that when they're doing the one step beyond and going, and it's a Madness song, which is brilliant, and the whole stand is just shifting in their rows. It's so much fun. That's why I want to join in after the Seattle game. I'm like, that's where the fun is. I want to be up there and enjoying the team as much as they are. So that's probably my favourite. But there's nothing better on game day. They're so knowledgeable about the game. They know when to pick us up. They know, when to get on the referee and when to get about a dodgy keeper. They're brilliant for that, and that intimidation factor. There's no doubt it's a 12th woman on the field for us. There's no doubt about that. So we love them for that. And hopefully, I think they've come to see me and get to know me. But I want them to know how much this means to me, that I'll turn up every day and give it my all. We were lucky the first 6 games to break a club record over the court, and set some history. It's not always going to be that great. There'll be some tough times, and things happen in football. Results don't always go your way. Injuries, suspensions, decisions go against you. But what they need to know is that we'll leave no stone unturned in trying to move this club forward and set the standard. We know what a great privilege it is. I want them to feel that connection between us as a team. They'll see me out in the community. I'll go out for a beer with them after a game. I'll be at every fan engagement event I can be. I'll be doing academy sessions, because that's what a football club is. It's connectivity on and off the field. And if they can feel that and give, if I can give them just a percentage of what they've given me over the last few months, then I think we'll all be in a good spot come the end of season each season.